I'm outside the coolest hotel in Las Vegas. You know what it is. It's the Cosmopolitan. This hotel is the hotel that almost didn't happen. Originally, this hotel was supposed to be a Hyatt, a Grand Hyatt. And thankfully, luckily, fortunately, that funding fell through. The building secured different funding. It became the Cosmopolitan, and the rest is Vegas history. This is coolest luxury hotels, Las Vegas's Cosmopolitan. So I'm gonna go check into my room. I have a 1-bedroom terrace suite that overlooks the fountain. I'm looking forward to that. Before I get there, I'm gonna go to the private check-in. There's a VIP check-in for Cosmopolitan VIP members and also Marriott status members. I had no idea it existed. I've walked by it numerous times. I didn't know it was here until like the 5th time I stayed here. I'm gonna show you that, and let's get to the room. quiet inside the room at the Cosmo. I've probably stayed here, I say conservatively, probably 15 times over the last decade. Forever, this was my favorite hotel because it's the coolest hotel. It's also in the Marriott ecosystem, so I got Marriott Bonvoy points and got upgraded when I stayed here, but it just lacked luxury for the longest time. It just wasn't of the caliber of the Palazzo or the Wynn, or even the Aria for that regard. So I strayed, and I've been straying, but I'm back because they remodeled. And the remodel isn't new. They remodeled a couple years ago, I think right after the Palazzo did. I'm gonna say 2018-ish, but the rooms are tremendously better. So this is a terrace 1-bedroom. There's a lot going on in this room. I'm gonna try to make this room review as quick as possible. There's a lot to get to in this hotel. Let's get into it. Like I said, this is a terrace 1-bedroom. We have a L couch right here with a dedicated living room. TV here, there's a TV in the bedroom as well. What I'm most interested in is this couch comfortable, right? Because we all know we got that Vegas friend, or we're trying to save some money when we're in Vegas. How many people can we sleep in a room? That's really the age-old question. Let's see if this is sleepable. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. You have an elongated desk right there if you want to get some work done. If you're doing work at the Cosmo, you got problems because this is not the hotel for work. The exit wall is very suggestive, very provocative, and very cool. You have your closets over there. These robes look spectacular. These are not the same robes that they had a couple years ago, so I'm really looking forward to trying these on. They have just a really interesting quilted texture. The bathroom is compartmentalized. In fact, the entire room is compartmentalized. As you can see, this shuts, okay? And then here is your 1-bedroom that shuts. So if you do want to have some privacy, this place lends itself to that. Let's check out the bathroom. Dual vanity. It's a little small, but still a dual vanity. Dedicated mirrors that are split. We have a large toilet room. I mean, this toilet room is almost as large as the bathroom. So here is your shower. And then if you want to jump right into the bath, you can do that. It's all contained in here. So you can get in this bathtub multiple ways. You can get in the traditional way, or if time is of the essence, or you really have a hankering to jump in the tub, or to have someone join you in the tub, you can get in through the bedroom. And then leaving the bathroom and segueing into the anchor of the room, which is the bedroom. Again, this door does shut, so it can be compartmentalized in case you do have some people staying on the couch, or if you are entertaining, this does shut for privacy. You do have a little bit of some opaque translucent glass, just adds to the provocative, suggestive nature of this hotel decor. There's the shower right there. Gonna jump on that bed, I can't wait. You do have a dedicated TV perfectly positioned in front of the bed. Of course, the balcony right there. Here is the other way to enter the bathtub, right? So you just jump in like this, which is pretty cool. Let's check out this bed. Oh. The bed is like springy and firm. It's not like a traditional like soft Vegas bed. I think the best bed I had so far in Vegas was the Wynn bed. So I'll get back to you on that. This room is very well lit. I like it when my hotel rooms can be really nice, white, and bright when I want them to be, but also, of course, you need the blackout curtains in Vegas as well. I think this room is going to be able to do both very well. And then finally, let's get to the most iconic piece of this hotel room and probably of this property, and that's the balcony. If you love your balconies, you're staying at the Cosmo because it really is the only main hotel where you get a balcony on every room. Again, this is a terrace 1-bedroom, so you have a couch right here, you have a chair right here, and then you have a beautiful view of the Bellagio fountains. They go off essentially every 30 minutes, and then sometimes during peak hours every 15. I can't wait to come out here at night and see what this view looks like. That balcony is so cool. So that's it for the initial room rundown. There's so much to get to at this hotel. I definitely want to go check out some of the restaurants. Vesper Bar looks like it was remodeled. I can't wait to see that. What else have they remodeled? They've done the rooms. They've added some new restaurants. They have redone Vesper Bar. I can't wait to explore this property more. I haven't been back for a couple years, and it's almost like I'm seeing it for the first time. right, I have a dense update. I haven't updated this video since yesterday. Last night I went to Zuma for dinner, and then today I went to Momofuku. I think that's how it's called, Momofuku. So I want to talk about both those very quickly, and then I want to tell you what I have upcoming in this video still. So this is the second time I went to Zuma in as many weeks. I went to Zuma in Miami a couple weeks ago, and that's the exact reason I wanted to go to this Zuma. Originally, I didn't want to go to it because I was like, well, I just went there, but I wanted to see what the concept was like in Vegas, and it was interesting for two reasons, two diametrically opposed reasons. Exact same menu, completely different atmosphere. So the menu was the same, so that was a little disappointing. I like it when the menus vary based off location, proximity, or geography. It was the exact same replication, so that was a letdown. If you check out my Kimpton Epic video, I went through that menu pretty thoroughly, so I really had to pick and choose different dishes. I really had to search hard to find a different dish, and I was actually a little let down in that regard. I was not let down by the atmosphere. The atmosphere was so much better than Miami. Miami's was more of a club scene, and you would expect Vegas to have the more clubby, more upbeat, more energetic concept, but this Vegas one was tranquil. It was woodsy, it was earthy, it was low-key. It was exactly what I didn't expect, and that's why I loved it. I had two fantastic drinks. I had a Mai Tai. You know I love my pina coladas and Mai Tais. I'll take them whenever I can, but that wasn't the best drink. The best drink was that smoked drink I had. It was phenomenal. The presentation was amazing. I guess they do like 100 of those a night. It's their most popular drink. If you're here on campus, go to Zuma and get that drink. That actually is one drink that I didn't see in Miami, and I think it's something that everybody should order if they're here at Cosmo. Real quickly, just on the food, the standout was the spicy medallions. They were pre-cut, so I was able to eat them with chopsticks, and it had some type of seed or something on it that gave it a phenomenal texture to it. That by far was the best dish, and it was 8 ounces of meat for $41 at a place like Zuma. That's the bargain of the century. Okay, today I had a late lunch. I went to Momofuku. It had some similarities to Zuma. I mean, it had some Asian inspiration. It was a little bit more versatile though. What made it more versatile is that it had cheaper menu items and then also had even more expensive menu items than Zuma. So if you want to go there for lunch, you could do that. If you want to go there for dinner, you could do that. If you want to go cheap or value, you could. And if you want to go exquisite and indulgent, you could. I just had a typical lunch. I had a couple dumplings. I've been eating a ton of dumplings lately. And then I had like a Loco Moco. It wasn't a Loco Moco, it was like a Wagyu version of Loco Moco. Frankly, it was disappointing for $32. It's just basically a Wagyu burger with an egg on top. I think you could do much better if you're there. Okay, tonight, because I had a late lunch, I'm really not that hungry. So what I want to do is go look for some of the coolest drinks here at the Cosmo. I want to go to Vesper Bar, which is the lobby bar. I want to go to the Chandelier Bar, which is probably the most popular bar here. And then I want to maybe go to Click if it's open. Okay, room update. Before I give you my overall recommendation of what I think of the property, especially after the remodel, and where I think it fits into the Vegas hierarchy, I just want to quickly go over some highlights and maybe some lowlights of the room. I'm going to start with each different compartment of the room. Bedroom was nice. It's not that large, but again, you have a full separate living room and a separated bathroom, so it is large enough. The bed was a major disappointment. In fact, I went down to take some footage of the private VIP check-in lounge, and somebody was in there complaining about the bed. So if you really need a sound night's sleep, or if you're a light sleeper, or if you're real finicky about your beds, you're probably going to want to pass on this hotel because the beds here are not nice. Probably the worst bed I've had in Vegas thus far. Moving on to the bathroom. The bathroom was so cool. Like literally, it's cool. You know I love my shower rooms where the entire room is like an isolated shower. You just get wet. You can jump back and forth between the shower and the tub. And then also you have your view of the balcony and also the Bellagio and the rest of the strip. It was really a magnificent way to start or end your day. I was in that tub probably at least 6 times, and I really put it to use. And it was a really relaxing experience. All right, so moving on into the living room. And the living room was way superfluous for just one person. It really was. I'd like to have my space, but I didn't spend any time in here at all. And if room rates were what they normally were, it would have been a huge waste of money. Luckily, the room rates were heavily discounted, so I just got the room because I like my space, and plus it's a really cool room. But for just one person, the 1-bedroom suite is way too much. So what do I think of the Cosmopolitan? Who's this hotel for? Well, it's certainly for an energetic crowd, a younger crowd, a trendier crowd. Now, it is a 5-star hotel, and it is very classy. So it is going to have an upscale vibe, but it's certainly the coolest and the trendiest of the 5-star hotels in Vegas. If you're just looking for the coolest spot that attracts the best crowd and it has amazing vibes, this is going to be the spot for you. Someone who may be disappointed in this hotel is going to be someone that likes their traditional luxury, something more like the Venetian or the Wynn, or perhaps the way the Bellagio used to be. If you're looking for that legacy type of class and that legacy type of upscale experience, you're probably going to be a little disappointed in the Cosmopolitan because this is a newer, more modern take on hotel luxury. All right, so where do I rate this hotel? Well, the remodel gave it a huge booster shot. It put it back in the upper echelon where it was marketed at and where it belonged. Like I said, it was always a 5-star hotel, but it really lacked the class that the Venetian and the Wynn had, and even Aria. And I feel confident saying that this is indeed a 5-star hotel again. The rooms were dramatically and drastically upgraded and remodeled, and that was always the major drawback and concern of staying at the Cosmo, is that the rooms were just chintzy. The hotel was originally built after the Great Recession, and they lacked funding to get it done in the first place, so they kind of had to piece together the rooms, and the rooms were never up to the standard where they should have been. But fast forward almost a decade later, the rooms have been improved, and it truly is a 5-star hotel experience. I am going to rate this hotel a recommend. I recommend it. It really is kind of a niche hotel. You have to like the vibe here, but if you are outgoing and adventurous and a little bit more carefree, you prefer the more modern, trendy hotel experience, this is going to be the hotel for you. But generally speaking, I'm going to give it a recommend. Come here, check it out, try it once. I'm confident it will either be one of your mainstays or you'll never be back again, but either way, you're going to always remember your stay at the Cosmopolitan.